Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. Some new news is emerging that 11 Democrats in the Senate are pushing President Biden to include reoccurring stimulus checks as well as unemployment benefits in the next stimulus package. Now, when I say the next stimulus package, I'm talking about the Build Back Better agenda, which is going to be a massive infrastructure package, which is going to include new jobs, new infrastructure spending, the redevelopment of our roads, bridges, airports, broadband internet, essentially redoing the foundation of our economy. And this is something that President Biden wants to do, the Build Back Better agenda. But in a very interesting new development, 11 Senate Democrats are asking the president to make sure that the next stimulus, which, by the way, we are likely to see in the second or the third quarter of this year, so I do want to set expectations. The Senate Democrats are pushing the president to include reoccurring stimulus checks and additional ongoing unemployment benefits. Keep in mind that the House version of the American Rescue Plan includes a $400 a week booster. There has been some controversy about that in the Democratic caucus. I have done another video about that. So what the House Democrats have done is extend unemployment benefits through the 29th of August. The Senate Democrats might want to extend that up until the end of September. But this proposal from the 11 Senate Democrats asks for unemployment benefits beyond September and stimulus checks, reoccurring stimulus checks for those who've been impacted the most. Here's a brand new article on CNBC, everyone, and as always, you'll get a link to all of our resources in the description section below, so make sure you check that out. So these 11 Senate Democrats want reoccurring stimulus checks and unemployment benefits in the Build Back Better agenda, the next economic recovery plan that President Biden is going to push for in the second and third quarter once the American Rescue Plan is done and signed into law. So pretty ambitious proposal here from these lawmakers. Now, I want to be as clear as possible. We don't know if the remaining Democratic senators will get on board. We also can be fairly confident that not a single Republican senator will get on board. Will the Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell support this? No. Will Rick Scott, the senator from Florida, support this? How about a no? Will Rand Paul, the Republican from Kentucky, support it? How about a no? So that is what is likely to happen. Now, keep in mind that for the next infrastructure bill to pass, it's not going to pass with a simple majority, 51 votes. It's going to require significantly more votes and support from the Republicans. So I can tell you that this is an interesting proposal, but unless there are certain sectors of our economy in deep trouble towards the end of the year, I believe that this is unlikely to pass. But I believe there's a political reason why this is being thrown out there. And if you're paying attention to the news closely, this is happening side by side with Senator Elizabeth Warren, proposing an ultra-millionaire wealth tax, which is a 2% tax on net worth for individuals from who have a net worth of $50 million to $1 billion. So in case that's you, that we're talking net worth, not annual income. And if your net worth is more than $1 billion, then there would be a 3% ultra millionaire wealth tax every year. Now keep in mind that this is something that is happening with Senator Elizabeth Warren and these 11 Democratic senators. I believe there's a political play to all this, and I'll be covering that towards the end of the video. So who are these 11 senators and what did they write? First, let me tell you who they are. These 11 Democratic senators include Senate Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyden, who's a Democrat from Oregon, Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders, who's an independent from Vermont, the Senate Banking Committee Chair Sherrod Brown, who's a Democrat from Ohio, Senator Elizabeth Warren, who I mentioned earlier, and Ed Markey, the Democrats from Massachusetts, Senator Cory Booker, who's a Democrat from Virginia, Senator Michael Bennet, who's a Democrat from Colorado, Senator Tammy Baldwin, who's a Democrat from Wisconsin, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who's a Democrat from New York, Senator Alex Padilla, who's a Democrat from California, and Senator Richard Blumenthal, who's a Democrat from Connecticut. I'm actually surprised I did that in one take because that's a lot of senators and that's a lot of different names. And I didn't mean to mispronounce anyone's name, so don't blame me. But folks, here's what these senators wrote in the letter that they addressed to President Biden. This crisis is far from over and families deserve certainty that they can put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. Families should not be at the mercy of constantly shifting legislative timelines and ad hoc solutions. Basically, what they're saying is those who've been impacted the most need some long term security and stability. They don't need fighting between the House and the Senate because no one cares. And they don't need temporary solutions. They need something bold, they need something powerful so that they can rest easy and get through this crisis. Now, to be completely honest with you, I believe that a proposal like this is not going to get the support of the conservative Democrat Joe Manchin from West Virginia and the Democrat senator from Arizona, Kristen Sinema. I also believe that they'll have a hard time getting support from Senator Angus King, the independent from Maine, and the Democrats need every single Democratic Senate vote in the United States Senate in order to be able to get anything done. So the task for the Democrats is not very easy because there are conservative Democrats in the United States Senate, including the ones I just mentioned. Now, keep in mind that both Senator Joe Manchin from West Virginia and Senator Kristen Sinema, the Democrat from Arizona, have expressed concerns about the targeting of the $1,400 stimulus checks, and they said that they were simply not going to vote for $15 now. In fact, there's been new reporting that Joe Manchin is against the $400 a week boost and wants it to be $300 a week. And the Democrats have no room for error. They have absolutely no room for error. So this places the Democrats in a very interesting situation where they can have all the progressive proposals that they want. Elizabeth Warren can want an ultra-millionaire wealth tax for those who make between 50 million to a billion, 2% every year of their net worth. And she can want a 3% tax on billionaires whose net worth is more than $1 billion. Bernie Sanders and all these other Democrats, the 11 Democrats. In fact, let's show you the 11 Democrats on your screen right now. See, there they are. All these 11 Democrats can want reoccurring stimulus checks. They can want the ongoing unemployment benefits beyond September. Beyond September. But guess what? If Joe Manchin doesn't like it, and if Kristen Sinema doesn't like it, and I can assure you that all the Republicans are not going to like it, I don't think this is going to go forward. So why is this being proposed? Why is Senator Elizabeth Warren talking about the ultra-millionaire wealth tax? Why are these 11 Democratic senators proposing reoccurring stimulus checks? I believe there is a political calculation here. I believe that there's somebody in Aspen, somebody in the Hamptons right now saying, ultra-millionaire wealth tax, that's not going to happen. Because the rich know that the progressives are never going to get their way because there are enough Republicans who will oppose this, because Republicans have the belief that the rich create jobs, they boost the economy, they buy real estate, they create housing so the government doesn't have to deal with affordable housing. So I do believe that as far as Elizabeth Warren is concerned, her proposal is not going to go anywhere. And this particular proposal, I can tell you right now that politically the Democrats are trying to make it seem, oh, so we're not doing reoccurring. We were not able to do reoccurring stimulus checks. We were not able to do the ultra-millionaire wealth tax. So let's just spend $2 or $3 trillion for the next stimulus package. In other words, they'll try and make President Biden's next stimulus package look conservative against these massively progressive ideas. Folks, for me personally, I'm simply in favor of help for those who need it the most. Folks, politics is about timing, opportunity, and tribalism. But I would add a fourth point to that, and that is perception. In politics, perception is reality. If people perceive these massive progressive ideas, and if President Biden comes out and says, hey, we're not going to do that. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to pass $2-3 trillion stimulus. It makes President Biden seem conservative. Am I suggesting that Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders have had a conversation with President Biden and President Biden like, look, man, hey, man, this isn't going to pass, but just do it. It might make me look good when I do my, my less massive plan. Who knows? Maybe they've had that conversation, maybe they hadn't. But politics is about timing, opportunity, tribalism, and perception. I hope you learned something new from this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. It helps out the YouTube algorithm. I can assure you that all these 11 Democratic senators, when they watch Ignition Time, they click the like button. I assure you when President Biden watches Ignition Time, he clicks the like button. I assure you when Senator Elizabeth Warren, there she is, watches Ignition Time, she clicks the like button. And I can tell you that all the Republicans who watch my channel also click the like button. Well, at least I hope so. In one corner of my tiny little universe, I hope so. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.